Hey guys, in this video we're looking at applications of Pythagoras theorem and just going through some examples just to help you work out how to solve certain things. Okay, so first one that I'd like to do is this diagram here. I'm just going to label it x, 5, this portion here is 3, and we want to work out that length here, which is labeled as y. Okay, and so we've got a vertical distance x, we've got a horizontal distance y that we need to solve, and we've got enough information to work out. Remember, our formula is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, or some people write it c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, and that that doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same thing. All right, so I want to start off with having a look at this. To work out what this length here, we need to work out what this length is. All right, we do have the hypotenuse. We've got a big triangle which is split into two triangles. We need to work out this one first. Okay, and to do that first, we've got 3 and we've got 5. So we can say that 5 squared is equal to x squared plus 3 squared. Remember, the 5 is the hypotenuse of this smaller triangle. And we've got 25 is equal to x squared plus 9. And we're going to take 9 from both sides. So x squared is equal to 16. To get rid of the squared, we square root both sides. So x is equal to 4. Okay, so now what we have is we know that this is 4. And we've got, from the bigger triangle, we've got the 4, we've got the 10, and we need to work out the y. So we can have 10 squared is equal to 4 squared plus y squared. Again, just replacing or substituting those values into the formula. 100 is equal to 16 plus y squared. And to get y squared on its own, we need to subtract 16 from both sides. So 100 minus 16 is 84. And to get rid of, to make y on its own, we need to square root both sides. So the square root of 84 is 9.2, rounding it off to 1 decimal place. Okay, so that's one application there. Another one could be this scenario. Got it. Trying to do my best to drawing this table. Okay, and this distance here. This distance here is 0.95 meters. We want to know what the width of the table is. We don't know what that is. We know that this back length is 1.75 meters. And then we know that this diagonal over here is 0.62 meters. So what we have here is a trapezium, a table with the top that in the shape of a trapezium. And we need to work out what this width is based on the information that we have already. Automatically I can see is that if we were to split things up, okay, this portion here is also going to be 0.95, and whatever's left over is something that we need to do by splitting things in half. Okay, so there we go. So if this entire length here is 1.75 and this portion here is 0.95, then we can confidently say that 1.75 minus 0.95 is going to get us 0.8. Now there's two sides of the back end of this table, and it is symmetrical. This length is the same as that length, okay? And so we're going to split 0.8 into two parts. So this part here is 0.4, and this part here is 0.4, knowing that this segment in the middle is 0.95. So when you add these three numbers together, you're back at 1.75 for that entire length. All right, so now what we could do is we can actually focus on this portion of the triangle. Okay, and so I'm going to draw that over here. And we have 0.62 as our hypotenuse. We have 0.4 as that length, and we need to know what W is, which is that width of the table. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And in this case, we want 0.62 squared is equal to 0.4 squared plus W squared. So substituting the values that we have in this triangle into your equation. Okay, and then so 0.62 squared is 0.3844. 0.4 squared is 0.16 plus W squared. Okay, so 0.3844, what we need to do is now subtract both sides of 0.16, and you end up getting 0.2244 is equal to W squared. Now remember, we are working with decimals, but it doesn't change the process. You just need to be more diligent and careful with working with such numbers. To get W on its own, again, no different to any of the other questions that we've done, we need to square root both sides. So the square root of 0.2244 is 0.47, just rounding off to two decimal places, is equal to W. Okay, and because we've been working in meters, this is going to be in meters as well. Okay, so hopefully that helps you, and if you have any other questions, let me know. It's about being able to comprehend what's going on, drawing up your triangle, and then working with the information that you have to find out what you need to know. But yes, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.